our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. We no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for their calling. They are giving us the CPS a warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by their tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come, picking you up one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are old Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for.
Oh, there we are.
This is Tiff and the Punisher Warrior Anthem. I'm crying out to all of you.
What's up, Tiff?
None. What's going on?
Oh, another day in the life of fighting the CPS machine, right?
I know that's right. I love that song. You need to send it to me so I can put it out as a ringtone.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that you can do that today. I saw an option for that today. I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And if people want it, they can email us, and we should make an email address for us, don't you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll call it TNP or something like that. Hey, and we got the chat room over here. So if you guys got questions and comments, and you want to go head to head, you think you can go head to head with Tiff about CPS stuff, go for it. We got Herbert. Herbert's in the back with us here. We're gonna bring Herbert out here in a second. He's coming back to get a little Tiffany taste again. Taste-o Tiffany. The other day. Well, hell, we'll bring out Herbert right now. What the hell, right? Let's get Herbert out here with us. Herbert, how we doing, buddy? Oh, we got no volume on you, pal.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'll turn the volume on. Okay, so how you doing, Darren? And how are you, Tiffany?
Hi.
Oh,
hey, you ready for round two?
Let's
You
ready
ready
to
for round
rumble,
two?
baby. Let's
Let's do
rumble.
it. Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go for it, baby.
Yeah, because
Let's go for it.
last time we didn't even get involved in the whole thing that we had even started the whole show for. That
That's
we were
right.
supposed to talk about bonuses.
Yes.
That's what it was supposed to be the last time. But we didn't even touch base on that one, did we?
No, we didn't.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we should start a little bit with that, I think. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah.
So So, from what I understand, you don't believe that CPS gets bonuses for taking children?
No. I don't believe they get bonuses for taking a child into foster care. I do believe they get bonuses for putting child into adoption.
No, they get both. They get both. They get, well, I will speak for Virginia because I haven't looked at the other states because I work on laws in my state. In Virginia, when a child is taken out of foster care or taken out of the home, they get a bonus. It's like meeting a quota. If a child is adopted, and this is why I tell people, do not sign safety plans. The minute you sign a safety plan, you have just agreed to let your child be adopted. So Virginia, once they get their bonus, because Virginia is 51st, the lowest in the whole nation to return children. Only 40% of children here in Virginia are returned home, which means the state is collecting anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 per child per adoption. That's 60% of children living in Virginia. So they get two bonuses. They get a bonus when the child is removed, and they get a bonus when the child is adopted out.
Okay,
they get it all from Title 4E funding.
Okay, now the lowest level is that young person that comes to the door that takes the child. They're going to get a bonus, right?
Everybody gets a bonus. Let's say Frederick County, the ones that came to my door.
Yeah.
Have they taken him into custody? Well, let me tell you what they did. They got a bonus, even though they lied, and I got the proof. They checked that they had this child in physical custody, sent a grant to the federal government, got X amount of dollars for this child, sent them to child support, and in return, the child support agency said, okay, now you got to pay back this X amount of dollars to the state because your child was removed from your custody. Never happened. Case closed. So they stole money from the federal government. The state of Virginia, Frederick County CPS did that here in Virginia. Yes, they get a bonus.
Okay, so now what do? They accumulate their bonuses? In other words, they give the bonuses out at Christmas time, at the end of the year. When do they give it out?
I don't know when they give it. I haven't gone that far. The minute I saw that these people get paid, they're like repo men. Okay? Think of a CPS worker as a repo person, right? Because their job is to steal things, right?
Okay.
So the bank calls me, says, hey, Tiffany, I need you to go pick up this F-150 or whatever. I'm going to give you $1,000. Bring it back. What do? Well, I used to repo cars, so just let me say I would go at night, find the car, call the police, tell them, hey, I'm not stealing the car. I have all my documentation. This is the tag number. This is the VIN number. I'm repoing the car. So what they do is they just gave me an incentive to go get this car. No different from CPS. No different.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is try to disprove you.
Go ahead. But before you try that, you better do your research because I have mine.
Well, of course I got to do my research. I gotta be able to present to you that they're not getting money for taking children, but when they do adoptions, they do get extra money.
Both.
Okay, you on?
They're both.
Okay,
I'm looking this up right now. I'm looking right now to see where I can find this stuff.
It's right in the Family First Act.
I did research on the adoptions. I did research on the adoptions, and I found that that's true with the adoptions. But
did you research Title 4E from the Social Security Administration, which comes from the federal government, for how much money every child, every locality makes per child that gets removed from a
No,
home? Okay.
no, I wasn't
You
concerned
need to
about the
research.
locality. No, listen, I wasn't looking at the locality. I'm looking at the low-ranked little person that comes to the door that takes the child. Now, the government is giving the facilities money. Yes, but I'm not getting into that. I'm just getting into that little person that comes to the door and says, I got a court order to take your child and we're going to put him in foster care. And that's all I'm looking at.
Okay, so where do you think when they write them little grants, oh, we need $20,000 for Joe Blow. He's 18 months old. He needs diapers. He needs a crib. He needs whatever, right? So when they get that money, how much do you think really goes to that foster family or that kinship giver? How much?
A small amount.
That's where
But
their
again,
bonuses
I go
come
back
from.
to, okay, but that's where I go to. I want to see how the little person that comes to the door, the little person, not the supervisors and administrators, no, the little person. How are they making extra money for taking the child into foster care?
Through TANF. I'll have to send you the article. I think it was last December. I don't know, but I got it on my phone. The federal government sent a letter to Department of Health and Human Services, okay, and said no longer will you use the money we give you to investigate people, to put paintings in your offices, to buy plants for your offices. I'll send you the whole article. They get that money and they get bonuses. Just like if you work at Burger King, you come in on time, whatever their little policies are, you get a bonus on your paycheck. No different.
When you work the Burger King, you get that bonus because you came in on time. Will you keep getting bonuses for coming in on time?
Yes, because it's an incentive.
Well, if that's the case, then Burger King employees are making over $100,000.
Nobody stays at Burger King that long unless there's something wrong with you.
Only Vinny. Vinny will.
What?
Well, I don't know
No,
who
no,
he is.
no. Listen. If you're making every time you listen to this, if every time you pick up a kid, you making extra money, hell, I go work for damn CPS because then every time I pick up kids, I'm gonna make sure I pick up kids so I can make a lot of money.
And why do you think a child is taken every 6 to 60 minutes in the United States of America?
Yeah, we got it to every minute is what the math comes out to.
Every
Well,
minute.
that's
Every minute a child in this
Right.
country is stolen from their parents.
But then my question is, why are CPS workers burnt out and leaving the jobs?
Because I'll tell you why. Because they really get in this to make a difference till they find out how cruddy these people really are. I've known CPS workers who really thought that they were going to make a difference and they fucking left. They said the shit is not right. There's shit going on. I can't talk about it because if I do, they're coming for my kids.
Okay. Now, in the police world, you have a lot of cops that get into being police officers and they see how difficult it is. They get out. But then you got police officers that shouldn't be cops. And they're the ones that want to go beat up people and they can't wait to get on the job so they can go beat up people under the law. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me
And
tell
they're
you
the
what
ones
I
that are
got.
messing people up.
Let me tell you what 2 attorneys that are personal friends of mine told me. CPS is messy. CPS is the scum of the scum of the scum of the earth. They are only in it for their bonuses. They were bullied as children. And now they're in a quote unquote position of power. So they bully somebody else. And you know what I told them? And they got the right bitch today because it ain't happening here.
Okay. So what I want to do is just get all of what you're saying all verified. And I'm not far from it because I've been talking to a whole heap of people and I'm getting very close, Darren, to getting a worker or workers. Okay, so I'm getting very close to that, and I'm gonna interview them myself first before I bring them on the show.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Find out what they do.
They're not going to come on the show unless they've already quit.
Now, yeah, some of them would have been retired. Some of them would have already quit. That's
That's
correct.
what I'm saying.
Now the
That's the only
ones,
way.
now the ones. No, there's a third way. There's a third way. There's the ones that are not going to use their real name, and you're not going to see their picture. You'll just hear the voice. But I don't know who they are.
You sure will, Herbert. I'm trying to.
That's the third way. And then I would love to have Tiff on so you can
I'm
interview
coming.
them.
Oh, don't
Oh,
worry.
yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I want you there. And
yeah.
I want you to oh yeah, hell yeah. I want you to interview them and ask them I'm gonna sit back with my popcorn, you see? And I want to hear you talk to them and ask them a whole heap of questions.
Oh, I will. Let me tell you something about me. I will be the one to ask the hard questions.
Yeah, that's what I want you to ask the heap of questions, because I don't know all the right questions to ask, but I know you do. I just want to get you the right people so you could then dig into them.
Okay, perfect. I'll be there. You give me the time and date, I will be there.
It's going to be either on your show or on Darren's show.
It can be on both, but we're hooked together.
Okay. But Darren, he'll know about it in advance, because I'll let him know this. I'm gonna let him know as soon as I got that person, that I got CPS, and I will bring him on the show. And the only thing I ask is that you don't whack this person around, because they're nice enough to come on and tell us the real deal. That's all.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I can't make that promise.
Well, we might have to silence you now, because I'm a promise the person they ain't gonna be beat up and whacked around. You see, I just want them to answer the questions and answer truthfully. That's all. If you get bonuses, say yeah, I get bonuses. They'll even tell you how much bonuses they get.
Well, I can't make that promise. I'm telling you right now, because my husband and anybody that knows me knows I have a real problem with any person that has CPS beside their name.
Have you ever thought about being a CPS personnel?
No.
Why not? You'd be a good CPS.
Nope.
You don't think you'd be a good CPS?
They're too corrupt.
No. If you doing your job and you go to the house and you see there's nothing wrong, then you're not walking out with no kid.
I wouldn't be caught dead with CPS behind my name.
Herbert wants to go down and get on the inside, get the inside scoop for it.
But somebody's got to do the job, because there's a lot of kids that are in homes that shouldn't be there because they're being abused.
But you know what? And I text my friend who's a lawyer that I work with, and she hasn't texted me back. I'm going to get her to come on the show if I can.
Okay.
That is not true. That is incorrect. Let me tell you the statistics. A child that is being abused and neglected fare much more better in the home of the abuser and the neglectful person. You know why? Because the minute they step into foster care, they're 600 more times likely to be murdered, abused, sexually abused, and if you don't believe me, I can prove the statistics. I'm telling you, I don't talk about shit I don't know.
I believe you. I believe you on that. But what do you do with that child that's being super abused in the home, and there's no other family member that can take him? What do you do?
Well, then that's why there's called fictive kin. That means a person that is not blood can step in. A school teacher, a principal, a daycare worker, a police officer, a friend. That's fictive kin. That's why it's called fictive and kinship care.
Okay, so those people have to be interviewed too, right? By CPS?
Yes, but
okay,
I'm trying to get that changed in Virginia. You know why? Because
that
person doesn't need to be interviewed. If that is willing to step up, and because you're not going to get your bonus, you don't want to put them in kinship and fictive care because there's no money in it for you? No.
Yeah.
No. And let me tell you something that did get passed here. When I had my case, the very same night, well, then it was in the middle of the night when they left. The very next morning, I had a meeting with my delegate. I hadn't slept in 36 hours. I cried the whole time because I was tired, I was mad, I was frustrated. She changed the law here in Virginia that says if a child has to be removed from the home, this is in Virginia now, and CPS denies that person, they have 15 days to send a letter to the Board of Supervisors, which is the Board of Social Services, and they better have a damn good reason why that person cannot have that child. Otherwise, that child goes with that kinship or fictive kin.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, because there's no money in fictive kin and kinship programs. There's no money. I'm a kinship caregiver. There's no money. But
Right.
if I was a foster parent, I'd be collecting $1,200 to $2,000 a month.
Okay.
That's
That sounds
just the reality of it.
all right. Okay, so good. We got it going on now.
All right, Darren, what's
I mean,
next?
I believe what you're saying. Unless I believe what you're saying. Unless I can disprove it. But I believe what you're saying. But I just want to tell you, there are children that really need to get away from their biological parents.
And you know what? I agree with that. And I can speak from personal experiences. Some people are not meant to be parents.
Yes,
Yep, that's the truth there.
that's true.
And I'm not saying that we need to abolish CPS completely, because there are children out there that need them. But what needs to be done is the whole system has to be rebuilt from the inside out.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree. So you don't have no argument from me there. I agree with you.
All right, Darren, what's next on the agenda?
Yeah. I'm
Go
looking,
ahead.
I'm
What you
looking.
got next?
What do we got next? I was preparing on you guys talking about this for a couple of minutes. I was just reading about the Title IV funding stuff.
Oh, we did. We good. We good. We got it going on.
I even
I think-
sent Darren stuff today, right? And it clearly says what I told that bitch, and she didn't listen. You have to have a warrant to remove a child. Did you not see that in the paperwork I sent you, Darren?
Oh yeah, you've got to have a warrant. There's no doubt about that.
Well, I know that you gotta. I even know you gotta have a warrant from a judge to remove a child. I know that.
But they're doing it every day. They're not going by their rules. They come in, they do these fake preliminary protection orders.
So no, but okay, the warrant's signed by the judge. So really, we got to talk about the judges next. The judges are making snap decisions.
Right. And we're working on that here too. Now, I will say the older judges, they don't care. But I have been told by my friend who I'm trying to get on the show that these younger judges are now understanding and realizing the harm that it is doing to these children when they're being violently and traumatized by being removed from their parents. That's a good step. But we still need judges who judges need to have training all the time, like doctors and nurses and CPR and all that. They need to have continuous training. They have to.
Yep. That is the truth. That is the truth.
Where did Herbert go?
Herbert, he's there. Herbert, where you at?
I don't see him.
Herbert. Oh yeah, his face is there, but I don't think he is. Let's see here, Herbert, where are you? Herbert's just I don't know what he's doing now. He's frozen. Herbert, are you okay, or did you get scared straight? Yeah, I guess what the hell happened to Herbert here? Yeah, but let's go back to that for a minute. So what his biggest thing is, Tiff, is that he says that nowhere does it say a caseworker gets an actual bonus. But like last night on our show, we sat there and we said, Herbert, they're not going to say that they're going to get money for taking a child. But what they will say, I said, how are you going to get a child? So if the bonus is for the adoption, what do you need to get the adoption? You need a child, right? So in order to get the child, they got to take the child to adopt them. So therefore, all of this is getting paid for stealing your kids. Now, Tiffany, you're struck too. What the hell is going on today? Tiffany's stuck. She got a smile on her face. Where's Herbert's gone? What the hell's going on here? Huh. Wow. All right. So we're frozen. Where the hell is everybody? Wow, this is very strange. Everybody? Anybody? Bueller? 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 Well, anyway, so they're right about that. Let me take a second here. Let me find out where everybody is. Here we go. Something just happened. Herbert's back now. Let's see here. What the hell is going on? Well, let me see where the hell they are here. You know, at least I can do this. At least I'm decent enough to be able to. What the frig is going on here? Hey guys, if you can hear me, sign out and sign back in. Let's see how that works. Because I can see me on YouTube. Oh, no, I'm frozen. No, there I am. So I got the live thing right up there. It just has me on here. This is really, really weird. Dismiss. All right, let's see here. No one's coming back yet. Hello, Earth to anybody? Da, 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 da. All right, I don't know what's happening here. Everybody's just kind of gone. I'm gonna have to go back out and see what the hell happens here. So I'm gonna put a video on here real quick, guys. Let's see if I can get what the hell happened here. Figure it out. Let's see here. No, I don't see nobody. Weird. Okay. Let's if I can find one. There we go. Yeah, we'll start with this nice opening one that I usually do here, but we'll do this. Come on. Weird. All right, guys, we'll be right back here. Let me come back here and see what the hell's happening. Hi, everybody. Yeah, even my buttons aren't working. It's really weird. Well, we'll fly right back in here, guys. I'll be right back. Herbert, you there?
Yeah, Herbert's here.
Wow. All right. That was really weird. I'm gonna call Tiffany back.
No, but I was here. Listen, I was here all the time when you kept saying, "That's weird. Where's everybody? That's weird." And I'm sitting here right all the time.
That was them trying to control us. That's what that was. That was some government stuff.
Well, no,
Trying
let's
to-
hear from Tiffany. Tiffany knows what happened. What happened, Tiffany? Why that happen?
I don't know. It wouldn't let me back on for like 5 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy. But we're
But
back. We
but,
did it. Show them.
yeah, but Darren, when you kept saying I can't figure out what's going on, I'm looking at you, and you know what you need to do is call me on the phone. I would have answered the phone and say I'm still looking at you.
Well, I go into this mode of panic when stuff like that happens. So I'm like, ah, I'm like,
No,
you're
I was
back.
watching you. I was watching you. I was able to see Tiffany, and you would talk about, well, where's everybody? Where's everybody? I'm right here.
It's kind of like one of those afterlife experiences, where you were above everybody. You could see everything that was going on, but nobody could see you. Like when you die in the emergency room or something.
That was happening to you, and I'm sitting here. Look at all the remarks I sent you. Look, just look.
Oh,
You
I
see?
know. M. Young was here. I don't know.
Yeah.
M. Young, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Everybody was still here. You was there, and we were watching you talking.
That's weird.
I
man.
heard
had to go all
you.
the way out.
Yeah,
I heard you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I heard you, Darren. Tiffany heard you, but you just couldn't get us. But we were right here.
That's weird. Well,
they
we're back, though,
censored
anyway.
us. They censored us.
Yep. Yes, they did. They certainly did. That's what happened.
Tiffany likes that.
Yeah, Tiffany's like, yeah, we've been making the noise. Here comes Tiffany.
Oh my God, here comes trouble. Oh my God, here comes that Tiffany Wise, that big mouth blonde bitch.
Yeah. Probably got a YouTube. I got YouTube warnings sitting right in the email right now, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, thank you guys for staying with us. Those of you that stayed with us while we went through that little debacle. We appreciate that. Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. M. Young, thank you very much. You used to watch me on Mr. Davis's show. That's excellent. Thank you very much for following. Appreciate that.
I told you that's where I first saw you.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Davis did a lot for me. He taught me a lot. He did a lot for me. I mean, I have nothing to say about that guy, but good stuff. I know a lot of people have their own opinions about him, and that's fine. But my opinion is my opinion too, and he did a lot. That guy did a lot for me. In teaching me about CPS and that sort of thing. I wish you would have taught us what the secret was. But
the secret is using their own policies and procedures. But there's a couple of other secrets that I have. I just will not put them out on air, but I've already told you one. I should have had a V8. It's that simple.
Yes, Maria, how are you? I remember you now. I know who you are. Yeah, it is.
So M. Young, she says she's a chick.
Yeah, she is. She's a.
Okay.
Her name is. Yep.
Does she have a story?
The secret is, Tiff? Do you think that's the secret? The secret's using their own rules against them?
Yeah, because how can you not when they don't even know their own policies and procedures, right? So you get their book out and be like, oh, so policy 15-103 right here says, and then they look at you like you're stupid, but it's in black and white. It's your policy.
Right, and then they'll tell you that you're misinterpreting the
correct.
You're misinterpreting it. And I'm like, no, that's plain English. I can read it and I understand it. So yeah, they'll try to do that at all checks you. Like you give your lawyer especially if he's from the state, but you give your lawyer a piece of paper, like a USC code or something like that. And they're like, oh, you're misinterpreting the law. No, it says this was designed for us people that aren't lawyers to read this stuff. They did that on purpose, so there was no legalese, or no language barrier between the common people, which now they weren't common. They were the government themselves. We are the people. So there wasn't to be any sort of language barrier between us and the hierarchy. It was supposed to be Everybody is everybody, and we're all together, and we are the people, and we're running this shit. That's what
Well,
we got to
not
get
only
back
that,
to.
Obama went before he left office. I'll have to find this order. He signed an executive order that says all law must be public for the common citizen to understand, because it's our job to know what the laws are.
Right. Yep. Yep. That's it. Because how many
So
people out there don't know, right? And then they just try to argue, and then they look stupid.
my condolences to M. Young, in terms of her mom passing away,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I hope that the family is doing well.
That's
Considering,
a
right?
hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't her mom didn't get a chance to see her grandkids.
Oh no. So, but you got your grandkids back, Maria? You did. You won. You beat them. I'll be curious. Maria, you want to come on the show with us?
Can Maria come on the show?
Let's see what Maria says. 'Cause I'd love to hear how you manhandle these people. Hopefully, it was some of my insight from the Davis days.
Maria, can you come on the show? Or shall I say, would you like to come on the show?
That sucks. That's so bad. That's so hard to lose your mother, and imagine going through all that. I mean, I know what it was like to lose my father, and then go through this without my father. So I'll tell you what,
Maria, we don't have to. Maria, there's a button on the show where you don't have to show your face, but at least you could talk. You could turn off the camera,
Or
and
throw a
the
hat on.
microphone. You
Yeah, throw a hat on.
you can throw a hat on. We don't care what you look like. We don't judge people.
All right, she's
Not
not
right
funny.
now. She said not right now.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you anyway, Maria. I hope that you're actually winning your fight, and I hope that you're doing it in your mom's name.
She said she didn't get them back. So, is there a chance of you getting your kids back, though? Is there any opportunity? You working with the courts?
I think that you're from California, no? I got my books up here of the Davis shows. Every guest that we had on the Davis show, I have a dossier about them. Oh man, that's too bad. Yeah. Well, regardless, she's watching us, so that's good. I don't want to put her on the spot too much here. So she's watching us. So hopefully, if we can help you in any way.
She said that she wants to. She said thanks, but she wants to try the federal court. So I guess whatever her case is, she has to go to federal court level.
Yeah, she's in the right place for that, Tiffany, right?
Oh, you got Tiffany bouncing up and down. Lord have mercy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, she's from Indiana.
So
she's
Tiff,
from
what
Indiana.
Does she have to do? What does she have to
from
do?
Wait a minute. She's from Indiana?
Yeah.
She needs to reach out to me at 24tiffany@gmail. TIFFINI. I have an advocate in Indiana that can help her. But when she goes to federal court, depending on what she's going to federal court for, if there's definitely a constitutional violation, so she needs to file on a constitutional violation, and she needs to use Rule 60 with all her paperwork. You must save your paperwork. To use Rule 60, it's where the judge makes mistakes, and if you think that they don't, they do.
Well, obviously they did, because she said she did discover that there was some things about her case that was wrong.
Rule 60, girlfriend. I'm telling you, look at Rule 60 in the federal courts.
Yeah.
She said it was a civil rights violation.
Yeah, 1983 lawsuit, constitutional violation.
Hey,
she said she got it.
Do you still get your kids back when you do a 1983? Do you request that you get your kids back?
You do not request to get your kids back. They will not give you your kids back. You request monetary damages.
Okay.
Because normally the monetary, and you can't be suing them for like $10 million, okay?
I'll do like 200
Hey,
million.
Tammy, because you're not gonna win. You got to sue them for like 200 to 400,000. Okay, you got to keep it under the million. But she needs to reach out to me so I can get her in touch with the advocate in Indiana.
Well, Maria wants to know if she can do Rule 60 and can she do both?
Yes. Your daughter is 19. That's great. She needs to sue too. Oh.
Tammy wants to know what time does the channel supposed to be on?
We usually go on about 7:30. Depending, we have technical difficulties sometimes because of me. I'm the troublemaker.
Okay. Yeah, but that's whose time? 7:30. Whose time? Eastern time.
Oh,
We're on
Eastern.
We're on the Eastern time.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
But if you hit your notifications, it will notify you every time we come on.
Right.
Yeah, be a pop-up. Yeah.
And then we have other shows. So after this show, we have the CPSV Hunting Justice Show. The CPS.
Yeah, y'all gotta come on the CPS Hunting Justice Show. That you'll enjoy that one too. In addition to the Tiff show.
Yeah, Tiffany her clock goes off at 8:00, so she turns into a pumpkin at 8:00.
We can go a little bit longer because I can hear them upstairs. They're not in bed yet.
Stretching out the kitty's time.
Yeah, Maria has another daughter that's 16 years old. Now that daughter that's 16, is she with you or was she taken also?
Oh man, so they got a hold of the kids and made the kids think all kinds of nasty things. I'm guessing about what Maria's saying. That's what it looks
I don't know.
like.
I'm trying to figure out if Maria has a 16-year-old or was a 16-year-old taken from her.
She's gonna email Tiff and tell her all about it.
I think she wants you to. I think she wants to email. She wants your email.
It's 24 TIFFINI@gmail.com.
There you go. She said that her 16-year-old daughter was taken. Both of her daughters were taken.
Good, because you can sue on her behalf as next friend.
Okay, that happened back in 2020.
Doesn't matter. The thing with the federal courts is there's no statute of limitation on deprivation of rights or a constitutional violation.
Very good. And
okay, Tammy.
That rule 60 that she's talking about too. That also remember that.
Okay, Tammy, Tammy, I concur with what you said, that I have to learn a whole lot. You're so correct. I got plugged into this show just to represent my cousin who had her granddaughter taken away. Now, I'm a retired police officer, and I didn't know all this that I'm learning. So I'm still in the learning process. Okay, so I'm still in the learning process, Tammy. That's why I asked the questions that I asked.
Herbert, did she get her granddaughter back?
No. They're still fighting. Ago? Oh my God, this is well over a year ago. Way over a year ago. But she's still fighting. She knows where the granddaughter is at. The foster parents who's got the granddaughter, and the foster parents are trying to do adoption. They're trying to do an adoption of the granddaughter. That's what they're trying to do. And she's trying to block that because she wants to get her granddaughter back. So she
needs to file in federal court. She needs to file in federal court.
She's filing and fighting every which way. I mean, she's really got it going on.
Good. If she needs help, I'll help her.
That's right.
I'll tell her that.
That's right there. I like that. I like what Tammy says. Tammy says this is a cult. It really is too, isn't it? You become.
I'll admit that too. It is a cult.
Oh, Chris, there's Chris. I had invited Chris on the show earlier. Maybe, Chris, you're gonna come on CPSV Hunting Justice, right? The next show, but maybe next Monday, Sunday when we come back for the Tiff show, we get you to come on that with us. because I was telling Tiffany earlier about your situation, and she definitely Tiffany's got a lot to say about that.
Tiffany has a lot to say about a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's the truth. She does. It's like an Energizer bunny. It keeps going and going and going and going. Oh,
But
man.
what people, I really, 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 really want people to do is download the federal Constitution and the Bill of Rights into your phone, your state Constitution and your state Bill of Rights, because you have to stand on those. Because that is the superior law of the land. That's it. Every law they make is supposed to be from the Constitution.
Yep. Sure is. If our forefathers saw what we were turning this crap into now.
Oh my God, they're rolling in their graves right now.
Jesus Almighty. You imagine them that they you imagine that they knew that they were taking our kids. Just imagine that. I got a video for that. You ever seen that? Have you ever seen my America video? I'm gonna play it real quick. Watch this.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. This year. Let's see. Here. Oh, it's right here. Here it is.
I love you too, Chris.
In the heart of our great nation, where the strength of our communities is built upon the foundation of strong and loving families, an urgent crisis is unfolding. Child Protective Services, CPS, an institution designed to safeguard our most vulnerable, has in many cases betrayed its noble mission. Too often, families are torn apart not by neglect or abuse, but by systemic failures and corruption. We can no longer stand idly by as these injustices continue.
This is the wrong one. I lied to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let me show you the right one. My bad. Oh, man. I have so many of these things. There we go.
Are being made to be the victim of a situation they are not involved, and then sent to a foster home where they again are reintroduced to trauma of being the odd ball. Our courts are contaminated with young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem. George Washington never thought of children as pawn in the game of freedom and American values, and never had he wanted to sell them. They were from his maker, his creator. Our children are being run down for no other reason than the profits being made in some way. Somehow these government agencies make money hand over fist day in and day out. They have you go to classes that they are billing for, and there is no viable reason for you to attend. Yet when you hear an update, CPS tells you that you're further away from when you started. Reunification is your goal, not theirs. And after you go through 12+ months of grueling, painstaking classes and meetings, all while getting the slimmest amount of time to visit your child, and even worst, you are always supervised. Never alone again with your child. It's awful. How do they feel, do you think?
Where's the outrage? Why is nobody standing up for these families being torn apart by CPS?
Please don't tell me you're going to put all your bets on this superhero. You grown-ups are supposed to be coming to his rescue. Stop ignoring this problem. There is nothing more I can say to any of you. Please fight CPS and help those who have lost so much they can help themselves.
Yeah, that's good. That's that video I did. Yep, our forefathers, they didn't have this in mind at all.
No, they didn't. And actually, the children had the rights and the parents didn't back then, right? And then over the years, it turned to where the parents had the rights, but the children kept their rights. You need to buy the book I told you.
Yep. No,
Behind the Bill of Rights.
Yep. I ordered that this morning.
Yeah, it's sad. And it just breaks my heart. I just want to take all the kids in my house. I'm telling you right now, I would take all of them.
Yeah, Jesus Almighty. don't need a world of Tiffany's.
Well, here's the funny thing, right?
Tiffany bread, it says.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 of me running around, okay? Besides
Right.
me. And I thank God for that, because at least they got my will. My 2 grandsons that are upstairs, the first CPS case she had, he was like 3 weeks old, and he had a herniated belly button because he was 6 weeks premature. And she called me and was like, CPS is here. So she had me on Messenger, and she said, here, talk to my mom. And he said, I'm not talking to your mom. I'm here to take your baby into custody. And she turned the phone, and I said, let me tell you something. I'm on my way. You better have 1, a removal order, and 2, you better have every T crossed and every I dotted, because by the time I get done with you, you're gonna regret, is what I told him. So I'm on my way down there. I get there, and he's gone. And my daughter said, Mom, I had the baby in one hand and I had my fist, and I was ready to rumble. I said, you go, girl.
That's funny.
They didn't take him either.
Yep. You know, you got to stand your ground with these people. Everybody's got to remember that this is voluntary service that they're trying to get us to sign up for. And I wish I knew now what I knew then, because I tell you what, my little girl would be standing right here next to me.
I'm the same way.
You know, it just sucks that you learn too late. And that's what we try to do with all these shows, is get these people who don't understand that this can happen to them, because they're too ignorant to believe this. They think that they're fine, they're perfect, they're this, they're that. They don't care about any of that stuff. They're here to gun and take our children. And that's what we need to get through to these people before it's too late, before they're watching these shows, before they're saying, hey, I'm the only one that this has happened to, like the things that all of us say when it happens to us. You know, people need to know beforehand. That way this stuff doesn't happen. And that's what we're about. You know, like that's what I'm pretty sure you're about too, Tiff. I mean, obviously it's fighting for those that are in the crux of this stuff now, and the crux of it, and are fighting the system. Yeah, we're here to help you too. But my main goal is to just make it so that they can't get any more kids. Because if they can't get any more kids, they can't get any more money. They can't get any more money. They can't fund themselves. They can't fund themselves. They can't exist.
That's right.
So, yep.
The biggest thing is you have to learn your rights. You have to know what your rights are, as not just a parent, but as a person in this country.
Right.
We have rights. The government has 0. They can't give them to you, and they're not allowed to take them away from you. Your creator, your God, Buddha, whatever it is, gave you those rights. When you were born, you took your first breath, you had rights.
Yep. You got that right. But it's you know what? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do a show on the Bill of Rights and how to use them and enforce them, and things that the people can and can't do. For that, you know, I think that'd be a good show.
Bill of Rights. I learned this because I took I have a certificate on the Constitution, so I'm certified to teach it. But I take other stuff too. Like, I know what human rights are. I got a certificate for that, and civil rights and all that. I got all those. I learned when I took this course that the Bill of Rights is a restraining order against the government.
Yep, it sure is. Sure is. Absolutely is. That's pretty much it. But I'm looking for something here. Of course, I can't find it. Why can't I ever find things when I need them? I got some great organizational skills.
I do too. My file cabinets, I need to redo them because I can't find shit in there.
That's fucking terrible. But Tiff, I got to go be a host on another show.
That's cool. I'm getting ready to go upstairs, go to bed. Past my bedtime.
Tiffany pumpkin time.
Yeah, and Tammy has my number. And if I need for M Young to reach out to me so I can get you in touch with his advocate in Indiana. And we're gonna help you. All
right, guys. We'll be back with the Tiffany show on Sunday, right, Tiff? We got the next couple of days off from here. All right, we'll be back Sunday, same time, right? We're gonna do the same
Yep.
time, or you want to do earlier? Or, all right, we'll do the same time, same place. We'll see you all here on Sunday. Thank you guys for joining us.
See ya.
Be out of here. Come check out CPS Guns and Justice.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for their calling. They are giving us the CPS a warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids.
Procedures on the end of the gavel or the elected officials. In America, justice has turned a blind eye to our rights.
In a time when the family needs all they can get from the system created by the people for the people, fathers are being ousted, kids being stolen, and values down the toilet. What do we do? Call on the family law vigilante.
CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together.